Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people on whose traditional lands these videos are being made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Hoping that with practice more of you are getting first contact with your guides. Absolutely exhilarating and scary, so keep working at it. But once you're in the comfort zone with your guides, it's an amazing place to be. Okay, what I'm going to have a quick look at this morning is something that I noted down several days ago, and in my big book of notes I had passed over it, so obviously now is the time that I meant to read on this. The 5 women and the 2 doctors that are suing the state of Texas over being denied abortion treatment for life-threatening conditions. 4 of them were forced to travel to another state for an abortion, and one of the women actually had to turn septic before a doctor was prepared to remove the deceased fetus. Anyhow, I want to just have a look to see how this court case is going to go. The comment out of the Paxton office was that he is going to uphold the legislation to protect mothers and babies. Now, I don't understand how forcing women into a situation where they have blood poisoning and their life is at threat is protecting mothers, but anyhow, and to enforce the laws. Now, the law in Texas is written so vaguely that doctors are literally not prepared to risk, because the laws are confusing and they don't understand where the guidelines and the boundaries are. Okay, because it is a stripping of your license and a jail sentence. Okay, going to have a quick look at this. I want to have a look from the energy of the women's point of view, using my Light Seers Tarot, my family and friends tarot deck that I use for people that need our support. Okay, show me how this court case is going to go for these 5 women. Spot's wandering around a bit, so if you hear sloppy toenails on the floor, yeah, that's my white dog. Okay, how's this court case going to go? Okay, something's come out there. Don't know what it is. Let's have a look. Show me the energies around these 5 women and the 2 doctors. Show me the energies around these 5 women and the 2 doctors. Show me the energies around the 5 women. Bringing this court case. Right, about time, guys. Okay, I've had 2 cards drop out. Let's have a look and see what they are. The first one to come out was this one. So, the 7 of Wands. Okay. It is the having to defend themselves card. Sorry. I'll leave my personal bias aside. Okay, so they're going to have to defend their actions. However, I am enheartened by the fact that if you look at the image and if you're learning tarot, your guides will direct, and you have several decks, your guides will direct you towards which deck to use for a particular reading based on the images in this deck. And so this is the using what I call my Light Seers, my spiritual growth spread, because it's a bit of a bastardization of a spread I learnt off Denise from Spiritual Growth. So I'll go through and talk about what position the cards are actually in. But the image in this card, this is the signifier card. This is the energies that they are currently in, having to defend themselves against the attack of the messaging. But I love that they are sitting in this protective bubble, incredibly calm. So these women, do not underestimate these women. I think the lawmakers and these patriarchal men underestimate the determination and strength of women when they reach that tipping point, and these 5 women have reached that point, so this is the signifier. They are calm, they are peaceful, they are sitting in this protective bubble while they are being attacked, basically, is the foundation of this reading. And here we have the circles of support. Can be a challenge. I'm not going to call this card a challenge. I'm just going to call it a second signifier. They have the support of women everywhere. I wish women would take to the streets about this, but, easy to say from me sitting in my lounge room back in Australia. But they have the emotional support of women cheering them on. And I also think this is the 5 women because we've got the 5 stars here. Okay, what's the energies going on behind the scenes? Yeah. 10 of Pentacles, usually meaning an ending, but also if you have a look at this card, it is all about family. It's all about the children. I mean, women don't have an abortion lightly. They don't bring a child into this world, and they don't choose not to bring a child into this world without long angst and consideration about what the future can be offered for that child, what is its family and community situation going forward, but also the fact that these 5 women, they had medical issues. As I said, the one that stayed in Texas had to turn septic, blood poisoning, septicemia, before the abortion could be performed. Okay, but the energies behind the scenes, it's all about community coming together and the health of families. And then we have the Ace of Wands, which is about strength, confidence, passion, a huge plan being brought forward, but also an engagement with this, on a spiritual level. So these are determined women, and they do it for the sake of all families going forward. Okay, what's going to come out of this? Page of Pentacles and the 2 of Wands. What's going to fall out of this behind the scenes energy? They are bringing forward a health message, but it's not very loud at this stage. Bringing forward a health message, and we've got the 2 of Wands. It is the start of a movement, but it's still behind this window. I'm not feeling a huge standing up and outcry in regards to this. They're bringing forward this message of the health of women, literally the health of women, but it's still at a crossroads moment. It's still compressed some behind the glass. Okay, the karma hanging over it is the GOP. No surprises there. Sorry, that's the garbage truck going past. Garbage collectors, more important than merchant bankers, I'll tell you that. So we've got this GOP energy, the infighting, the clawing and tearing down of others as they try to reach for this elusive power that they think that they will have. But it is just an elusive power, and it will always remain out of reach. And this is what is going on in the GOP at the moment. They're hating on the most vulnerable, and is literally this throwing others under the bus to try and reach this goal that they will never reach. It's just awful energy and anxiety amongst women, which really doesn't surprise me. But look at this one crow, dove. In amongst the 8 crows you've got of restriction, you've got the one dove of white dove of peace. So we need to concentrate on that white dove. But that's the energies that's the karma that's happening at the moment, is this awful uncaring, don't care who is hurt, as they try and grasp this elusive power that is ungraspable, and it's causing a lot of anguish. Okay, karma coming out of it, harsh truth coming forward with the Knight of Swords. The Lovers. Sorry, I just paused because the way I'm seeing this card is not usually how I see it. What the boys are telling me in regards to this is about the support of the menfolk behind the women. This is the support of all those who love their families and love their women folk, love their men folk, because there's a lot of men out there not wanting these laws either. I hear the rate amongst young men for vasectomies has gone through the roof. Oh, what an awful decision for a young man to make, because vasectomies, yes, they can be reversed, but they're not always successful reversals. When there are other options, and I'm not talking about abortion being a birth control option as such, but there are other birth control options that are available in a free society. And for a party that quotes freedom, they're sure not giving it. Okay, but here is the Star of Hope. So this is the energies behind these 5 women. They are bringing hope, but it's going to be slow and steady forward, with disappointments along the way, and it's going to be a difficult journey, but there will be this new beginning. So it's not going to happen overnight, but it will happen. Here we have on the base, this is what's culminating right at this moment, the Fool, which is about faith and hope and trust, setting out on a new journey. But we also have death and rebirth, authentic reform, but I am feeling that it's possibly also a literal card as well. It is about women getting out with the messaging. Don't be drawn into this dark tent. We have a lot of major arcana on the base here. Don't be drawn into this dark tent by the messaging that's being put out there. Keep your independence away from that messaging. There are things that are going to be brought forward that have been things that have been written that not yet exposed. So there's more to this than sees the eye. It's going to come forward very quickly, and there will be a collective awakening to the lies that are behind us as there is clarity in what is going on. Okay, so that's the energies behind the women. I want to have a look at the court case itself. There's also another court case going ahead. I will read very briefly on that of 2 women that are being sued by an abusive ex-husband for supplying an abortion pill to his ex-wife as she was fleeing their relationship because of his whatever he was doing. Okay, let's have a look. How's this court case going to go for the 5 women and 2 doctors who are suing the state of Texas? How's this court case going to go? How is this court case going to play out? How is this court case going to play out? Where is this court case? Okay. I'm feeling with the two women that are being sued. Need to get that out of the way so I can concentrate on the 5 women with the life threatening. The 2 women that are going, they've got, I'm feeling that there is a sympathetic judge, but I'm seeing him with one arm tied behind his back. Him, her, I don't know who the judge is, but I'm feeling that they are a sympathetic judge. I feel, what I'm feeling is that I'm getting fine, that they're going to get a fine rather than a jail sentence, because he does have one hand tied behind his back. Okay, see how that plays. Okay, right, now that I've got that out of the way. 5 women and the 2 doctors. How is that court case going to go? Suing the state of Texas over the right to an abortion when a life is threatened. Suing the state of Texas over the right to an abortion. Thank you. Okay, had a couple of cards fly out here. How many have I got? 3. Okay, let's have a look. First card out was this one, obviously, because it's on the bottom. This is my magic as possible. This is about messages being brought forward that are, how do I put it, guys? How do I put it? I haven't had my second coffee this morning. It is about messages being brought forward that, it's literally my magic happens card. I'll just leave it at that. It is my magic's happen card, but it is, and I'm going to use both of these as clarifiers. It is a crossroads moment. So if you look at the women in these cards, they are both blindfolded. This one is a crossroads for the truth. Literally, it is about having to take that blindfold off and choose which path one wants to go down. Under attack from 2 crows here, trying to defend themselves. So this is a crossroads court case. It's going to be quite significant in the state of Texas, but here is the restriction. Now, it is a self-restriction in a lot of ways, because if you have a look, this lady here is looking in the mirror. She is unbound, unblindfolded, and not being attacked by these crows. Yet the reflection she sees is restriction. So what I'm seeing is that this is a crossroads court case against the restrictions on women, on women's rights. I do love that the first card out was this magic happens. So it is a crossroads court case in regards to this. The foundation here we have is the independence of health for women. It is about health. It's nothing else but health. It is about a woman's right to choose their health of their body. It is legislators that should get right out of it. Unfortunately, they've decided to immerse themselves right in it. But this is the foundation of the reading. This is what this court case is about. It is about a woman's independence. Right. Okay. I've got that out now. In the past, we've got, it is about introspection, but also about, if you have a look at this path, you've got this female figure here sitting up on this crag, looking deeply within themselves, bringing forth the light within themselves. But they have to get off that crag. Women have to get off this position of just sitting back and pick up this lamp, this light, and make their way forward up this path. Now, paths upwards do mean that it's a difficult journey, and it is quite a long journey, but it is very much in the past a realization that they have to stand up for their own rights. So it's an introspection, but it's not yet an action card. The court case, I think, is going to propel action. I don't know that the court case itself is the action. This is going to propel the action because it's bringing the spotlight, it's lighting the path forward. Okay, crowning this reading. Women coming together. Women realizing it is just a spiritual coming together is what I'm getting here. Spiritual awakening of the feminine energy. So the High Priestess, she is the ultimate feminine energy. Bringing forth the feminine. I might have to move these over, hang on a sec. So bringing forth the feminine. It's not telling me a lot about the court case at the moment, but what I'm getting is that it is going to be an awakening. Okay, right. Immediate future. The victory card, the Six of Wands. So this is the signifier, the challenge to the signifier, the foundation of this reading. So what this reading is all about. The past. This is crowning the reading. So this is the energies hanging over this reading. And it is about the feminine. So we've got the health of women, the feminine, and magic happening. So I do like those cards so far. However, the challenge is this crossroads moment and the restriction. Okay. I think this court case is going to go well for them. It's going to force the government to clarify, because here we have the victory card. The celebration, the victory in a plan, and if you look in the background, you don't actually see anybody. All you see is these hands being raised. So it is about united support. Okay, externally, Four of Swords. Wounded in battle, basically. This is about women whose health was wounded. I mean, you cannot have I'm going to put it really crass for those that are leaving, so cover your ears if you don't want to hear it. You cannot have a rotting fetus left in a womb without it damaging the health of the woman. It's not possible. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, uncover your ears. So this is also externally for these women and for all women. First and foremost, this is about nurturing yourself. You need to take self-care, because I'm really drawn to this image of this card. You need to take self-care. You cannot give if you haven't got. Okay, internally. Ace of Pentacles. It's a new start for the bringing forward of the health. It is a new start. It's not a huge start. I'm feeling that it is just really the court case is going to go in their favour, and it is about planting the seed for women's health going forward internally. The hopes and fears. Why am I not surprised? Here's the devil energy. I mean, he's not a bad looking chap, but this is all about greed, power, toxicity, addiction to power, puppet master, you name it. It's just a ghastly, ghastly energy, and that's the fear, is this devil energy pervading all. Okay, the outcome, yeah, a lot of anxiety. Oh, we have it again. You saw me shuffle and shuffle and shuffle. Again, we have these women have the partnerships are going to Okay, Four of Pentacles. I'm reading all of this. Pentacles, health, wealth, opportunities, planting seeds, security on the home front, etc. This is about women protecting their health. It's very much about protecting each step that they gain, and it's really sad that it's step by step. What have we got here? Five of Pentacles out in the cold. So it is the most vulnerable that have been shunned. However, I'm always drawn on this card that the key is right there. The key is there. The lock is there. This figure that is in despair in regards to their health needs to step forward and pick up the key and unlock the door. So I think this court case is going to really shine a light, and I suspect that it's going to go in the favour of the women, but women need to pick up the key. We outnumber the men, and you've got a lot of men on your side in regards to this. So it's really about the ball will be in the court of the women picking up the key and undoing the lock, and we've got this collective awakening. Collective awakening as with Seven of Swords in the face of this abuse of power. And here we have the attack on women, but the serenity in our protection. And we have the unity card with the world. At the base, we've got this GOP energy again, this toxic masculine. Now, nothing wrong with men. This is a toxic energy, and it is all about power and control and throwing the most vulnerable to the wolves and fighting amongst themselves and dragging others down as they try and reach for this unachievable goal. I don't even think they know what the goal is. But here we have death and rebirth again, authentic reform, a new start, an inspirational feminine energy of confidence, and a plan coming forward, a powerful plan coming forward, female energy. I suspect there's going to be perhaps one of these women that are really going to step forward and be the voice. And here we have the Nine of Cups, celebration, wish fulfillment. So what I'm getting out of that, I think the court case is going to go in their favour. That's going to force, sorry, this reading went forever long, force the state to clarify. It's going to be a small step that's going to plant the seed going forward, but it is now in the hands of the women and their men who support them, because there's a lot of those too, to actually step up and push back. Okay, see how it plays. Thank you for joining.